Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and we are going to take a look at this glow-in-the-dark predator. He is called Stalker Predator, not to be confused with this Stalker Predator here, because this is another NECA figure called Stalker Predator, and it's kind of infuriating that they named two predators from NECA the same name, the Stalker. This Stalker is from Predator 2. He is AKA Baby Boar Predator, whereas this guy, the Stalker Predator we're reviewing, he is based off an old Kenner figure called the Stalker Predator. So let's go ahead and take this guy out of the way because we're not reviewing him. Alright, so this is actually a very unique Predator figure by NECA because it's the only one that glows in the dark. So that makes this figure extremely unique. Now, I was reading this guy's bio because I didn't really know anything about him, but apparently this guy hails from the southern pole of the Predator planet. So these guys live in complete darkness. He comes from a descended line of the Night Hunter clan. So when these guys hunt, they hunt in complete darkness. And as a result, their skin got really translucent, and that glow-in-the-dark aspect that you see on them is supposed to represent their green blood coming through their skin. So that's a good explanation for it. Here's one explanation I don't really like that much, and apparently these guys hunt mainly for survival, not so much for sport. But if you look at this guy's armor, he's got a xenomorph on his chest, and he's got two skulls, maybe human skulls, on his kneecaps. That doesn't say hunting for survival. That says to me hunting for sport. But, you know, I don't know. I didn't write the story. Something else that's really unique about this particular species of predators is these guys don't have a cloaking technology just because they live in complete darkness. So it doesn't apparently have a use. But anyways, this one is on loan to me. It's not my figure, but I'm glad that I'm getting to get a nice look at it. So in terms of accessories, I don't know if it's complete, but this one has a combi stick right here. It's really cool looking. He also has this mask, which, if you have seen the original Kenner figure, this mask is heavily inspired by it, as evident with these two horns that comes out from the side of his head, of the biomask, because that's the way the original looks too. Also, the original had the xenomorph on the chest plate as well. So let's put the mask on so you can see what it looks like. There you go. And he looks extremely intimidating with that mask on. Actually, I dare say he looks more intimidating without the biomask. But none of his gauntlets open up, which I'm kind of happy about that, because what I've noticed about the gauntlets that have these opening doors on their consoles is they can break easily, and I don't like that. Very nice armor and spikes all over, and I don't know if this pops out. I don't want to force it, but it's not mine. But this is where the plasma caster would be on a normal Predator. That seems to be the med pack right here. And yeah, pretty minimal accessories, but the fact that he glows in the dark makes him pretty unique already, so he doesn't really need extra bling to make him stand out even more. That's just excessive. So let's take this back off so you can see his face. Come on. But yeah, it's hard to tell on video, but he actually looks really detailed. Even though his skin is translucent like this, if you look at his face, then that face is menacing. Because when I saw this guy in pictures, I'm like, oh wow, it's just a pale-looking predator, probably not much detail. But now that I have him in my hands, there's actually a lot of detail on his face. As for the skin, you know, it does glow in the dark, which means less details. You know, like less details than what we're accustomed to on the skin of these predators. But you know, with his story, it kind of fits. So I'm glad they wrote that little story, even though I found the hunting aspect a little bogus in terms of why they do it. I think all these predators hunt for sport, especially this guy. He's got a freaking xenomorph on him and these skulls for kneecaps. But I really do dig this guy's armor. It's very very awesome. I was reading some reviews saying that the glow-in-the-dark doesn't work too well. Maybe not on screen, not on video. But when you put him in the light and turn off the light, in complete darkness, he does kind of glow in the dark. Let me turn off my lights again for a second here. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Like on video, it's hard to see, but using my own eyes, I can see him really, really well. So I don't know what that's about. But if you have a more up to date phone, you can go on night mode, and then take a picture of him, and then the glow in the dark aspect will shine out a little bit better. In terms of portability, he's got a lot of articulation on the upper body. Head does go up and down, left and right. Torso does swivel. But there's not that one aspect in the middle of the torso where he can bend. I don't think he has it, but because of this armor that he's wearing, that's not going to be possible. And surprisingly, his legs are pretty articulated. I thought with all this armor it wouldn't be, but you can see the armor is attached to his thigh. Some of the armor on his hips is stopping it from going any farther than this. I mean, actually, it'll keep going more. This is kind of a rubber piece of armor. Feet do swivel. Whoops. By the way, I didn't put his hand on too well. But it's easy to put this right back on. Look at that. Come on. Alright, that didn't snap into place like it normally would. Alright, so here we have a Stalker standing next to two other NECA Predators. So over on this side, we have the Ancient One from the AVP movie. But NECA refers to this guy as the Elder Predator, even though he's not an Elder. And then over on the other side, this guy has a bit of a common lineage with Stalker, because this guy, Laser Shot, is also inspired by another Kenner figure. So you can tell that these two have some really outrageous backgrounds. But looking at their heights, I want to say that the Ancient One seems to be a little bit taller than these two guys, but not by much though. And since we have the other Stalker Predator out, might as well compare their heights too. And in terms of height, it's hard to tell. I think they might be about the same height. But it does appear as though this Stalker, the one that glows in the dark, has a bit more buffness compared to this guy. What do you guys think of this figure? I thought I was going to hate this figure, just by looking at it in pictures, but I actually do like this figure a lot. And that's pretty cool how NECA, went back and started updating these old Kenner figures. They kept the overall theme to the figures, but then they added, a more modern touch to them so that they fit in with the other Predators, but they don't look quite as 90s. But they still retain those old themes. Like with this guy, he has the horns on his biomask and the xenomorph on his chest, and also the glow-in-the-dark aspect too. So he is really, really neat. Post your thoughts on this guy, though. I want to hear what you guys think about this, because I don't think everyone's going to like him.